Hello fellow geeks and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather, and whether this is your first time here or your 10th time here, I am glad you are here. If it is your first time here, why don't you consider hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the running videos that I have coming out all the time. Well, it is the end of the month, and just like I've done for the past couple of years, I am going to kind of do an update as to how things have gone over the course of 1 month, letting you know how training has gone, let you know about any races, medals, or new equipment or gear that I have gotten, and let you know what is going to be coming up next on the channel and on my race calendar. So we're going to start things off like we always do by taking a look back at the month in training. So here we go. Welcome to 2023. We are a week into the new year, and I am spending it trying to get kind of back on track. I have been battling a sinus infection and been trying to get back into the swing of things. So my coaches over at Vert.Run have put me on a recovery program for 2 weeks. And so it's a lot of shorter walks, a lot of listening to my body, short, easy runs. So just making sure that I am getting back into shape. And the good news is it is working. I am getting back into the swing of conditioning, and I am feeling my stamina coming back slowly but surely. I was going to try and go for a long run on the trails this weekend. However, my usual trails are closed for deer hunting for the weekend. So I may just do a run out on the bike trail here in town, just to kind of get myself a different place to look at while I'm out doing a run. Still keeping it kind of short, maybe about 4.5, maybe 5 miles at the most, and then some walking warm-ups and cool downs. So that's where I am headed for this week. I am glad to be getting things back on track and then seeing where that takes me. Catch up with you next week. So another week done. I followed my training plan in trying to do recovery, building things back up to longer runs and getting some more conditioning in, and feeling pretty good. I have kind of reset a few things and figured out a few little small changes that I can make, but overall feeling definitely healthier and stronger going into a new training session. My coach contacted me and said that we're about to step things up, so he's already sent me several weeks worth of training to take a look at, and a lot more speed sessions, and making sure that I am getting some core exercise and some strength in. So definitely going to be picking things up a little bit as I head into some more half marathon training. I am still looking at a couple of half marathons coming up, figuring out what I want to do and when, and making sure that I'm staying on top of training so that if something comes up and I have short notice in trying to get this half marathon in, that I can just kind of jump into it and go when I need to. So for the long run over the weekend, it was super cold and super duper windy, and I did not feel like fighting with that. So went to the treadmill, a nice easy 1 hour run, felt good. So I think I am good to go. All of this week, I'm going to be doing some more speed sessions a little bit more often than I have been doing. I'm going to pay more attention this week to making sure I'm getting some stretching and mobility in. And then depending on the weather, we'll see what happens with the long run this weekend. I will definitely do one, but the weather's going to determine where. So that's where we are going into our next week. I'll catch up with you then. And we are back from another week. I'm just taking a nice easy walk today. I have started my new training plan, which calls for 6 days of running a week. 3 of those days are fairly easy runs with conditioning exercises, and then 2 days focus on speed and strength drills while running. So been a little bit of an adjustment, but I'm kind of having fun with it. Some of my runs have been moved into the treadmill, including some of my long runs over the weekend, just because it has been storming and freezing outside, so it has not been safe to go outdoors. But we're having a fairly decent day today before it gets back to the rain, so taking advantage of it while I am out on a walk today. Overall, I'm getting a little bit of muscle aches, but that is just where the training is coming in. I am recovering well and kind of learning a little bit more about where my limits are. So having fun, things are going well. I am aching to get back out on the trails, but weather has just not been conducive to that. So I'm hoping to, at some point, get to try out my new trail shoes. Looking forward to that. But as for this week, it's going to be more of the same, 6 more days of running. So I will catch up with you then. So here we are at the end of the month. Goodness, I feel like I am getting my strength back. I thought that 6 runs a week might be kind of tough, and it kind of is at times, but I do feel like I'm going to get a lot out of this. I feel like the week that I spent resetting my diet has really helped a whole lot. I've been making some better choices as far as what I'm eating, and now I'm just about to head into the weekend, get a nice long run in, and we're heading to the month of February. So this should be interesting. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. I'm going to take it back to me inside. See you later. And that's just a quick look back at how training has gone. Just kind of recap, I did have to spend the first couple of weeks of the month getting back into shape after being sick. My coaches set up a training plan for me that was really good, just about making sure that everything was easy, and then step things right back up. And like I mentioned, 6 days a week of running is quite an adjustment. I'm used to having more easy days than that, but honestly, the training has not been that hard. It's always been just push to as far as you can and then pull back a little bit. And so it's been very good. It's been very positive so far. And you heard me mention in there that there was some reset on my diet. If you missed that, then I'm going to have a link up here to where I talk about resetting my diet to plant-based over the course of a week, just to become more mindful about what I was putting into my body and just some of the changes that came through that. But that has definitely made a difference. So overall, a productive month as far as getting back into shape and starting to push forward to that next goal, since I do have several half marathons that are coming up. As far as races for the month, there were not any races that I did. Typically, this is where the Walt Disney World Marathon weekend happens, but that is not one that I could fit into my schedule, since I do have to keep my kids' school schedule in mind as to when they're going back to school and making sure that I am here for that. So that was not something that I was able to do this year. However, if you are looking for some medal envy, then I'm going to link down below to some YouTubers that I know were there for the Walt Disney World weekend. And so you're definitely going to want to see their stories, their journey. Take a look at their channel so that you could see how they were training and what their experiences were. I guarantee you will not regret it. Looking ahead at what's going to be coming up on my schedule, yes, like I mentioned, I do have some half marathons that are coming up. Particularly the ones that I am looking at right now are the Indy Mini Marathon in May. I'm already signed up for that. There's a couple in March that I'm trying to decide between, and there's one that's coming up actually within the next couple of weeks. I just need to kind of make sure logistics are going to work out before I'm able to do that, but definitely stay tuned to the channel so that if there are any race announcements, and you won't miss it, and you won't miss where to catch me in case I am coming to your state and you would like to maybe meet up in the corrals or something like that. That would be awesome. As far as the channel goes, I do have some more of Run the USA coming. We are going to be taking a look at the state of Michigan. So if you know of any races in Michigan, if you run any or know about any that I should know about, make sure to drop those down in the comments below. I do have some other information coming out, especially for those of you who own an Apple Watch, some information that you may not know about how your Apple Watch can further help your running. Apple doesn't really talk a whole lot about what their watch can do for runners. They kind of focus a little more on other types of workouts, but I have been able to hone in on some of the things that I can use in my running routine, and I'm going to be sharing some of that with you. I also do have some new shoe reviews coming up and a tour coming up as well. I just got to actually set down the time to actually get all of this done, but it will get done, so you can look forward to that coming up as well. So there you go. That wraps things up for the month of January. Don't forget that down below in the description, I'm going to have a link to the monthly Spotify playlist. If you are looking for something new to listen to while you're going on a shorter run or maybe a 5K, I have about 10 songs that I put in a playlist every month, usually centered around some sort of a theme, and that's something new for you to listen to if you would like. I also have links down below to the mega list for the year. It's all the tracks that have been chosen for all the months over the course of the year, and also a link to Welcome to the Geek Den, which is all suggestions from people here on the channel. If you have any songs that you would like to add to the song list, make sure you drop those down below and I'll make sure to add them. So tell me how your month went in training. I would love to know about it. Make sure to let me know down in the comments below. You could also give this video a big thumbs up. It does help us get out in front of more runners just like you. This is your second reminder that if you have not clicked that subscribe button, make sure that you hit it now. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it keeps you informed on all the running content that I have coming out all the time. You can also follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description. You can find me across all platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. Thanks so much for being here for another month. I am so glad you are here. Remember to laugh hard, run fast, and be kind. I will see you later.